Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So today is Friday and I thought we would have a play with some of these little 6x6. No, you can do this with 12x12s. You can do it with whatever size you want. But I was looking through here and thought, you know what, I'm going to make some tags and we're going to build on these fun little backgrounds. Let's see here, what do we want to do? I got this paper back. My last trip, I don't know if y'all remember my last trip to Hobby Lobby back in the spring before I took my break, and I haven't really played with them. They've just been sitting in waiting to be packed, moved, and then rerouted into their places. And that one's cute. And I've not really used them. So I want to do something a little bit different with these. I don't know how many I can make. So I'm just going to do... I'm picking the ones that you can... Oh, that one's pretty. We'll use that one. How's that? Oh, it's very similar to that one. Never mind. Let me pick. I love that one, but this, I want to, oh, here we go. That one's kind of cool. Okay. So these are the sun bleached floral cardstock and the textile floral from Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my paper cutter that is down here next to me, and I'm going to cut these in half. And you can cut these any size you'd like. I think 2 at a time will be okay. Since these are 3 or 6, these are going to be 3 will be the halfway mark. I'm only doing 2 at a time because it tends to build like it pulls and goes uneven when I try to cut too many layers of paper. There we go. All right, now I may not, of course, use all of these for this, but these are going to be tags, and these are going to be the backs of the tags, okay? I'll just sit these off to the side and I'll work on these 4. And so I picked these because I want them to be able to write, the person to be able to write on them, because we are going to work on the front side. Okay, I'm going to pause for just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have pulled a few of the tissue papers that I had in my drawer, and I'm going to use these to go with, these are from Vanessa. This is the one I made before, but I'm going to use these. They're technically, I think I printed this one, and it's a, it's on, oh, what's it called? I know the name, rice paper. So these 2 are on rice paper, and these 2 are more of a, like a drawing. I'm not sure, Vanessa, what did you print these on? Are they it's not a tissue, and it's not vellum, but it's like drawing paper that you can see through. Okay, so I'm going to flip these and see which ones I want to use with what. So I think I might do, let's see, that one might look really nice with that. And then this one I'm going to use with this. I decided that one. And then I think I'm going to use, yeah, that was it. flip these. There we go. I was going to use that one with that one, and this one, oopsie, with this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut, and I know this one's a little bit short, but I'll just make the tag a little bit shorter. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this a little wider, and I think I want to use this end for this. Yeah, so I'll trim or sandpaper probably off the edges once I get this the way I want it, and I will keep that for later. And let's see, which section do I want? Let's do this down here. I can keep these pieces and just add them onto, I don't know, a Art Deco page or something later. And this one, I would like to get some words, since there's words here. I'm going to go ahead with this little section here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do some art journaling or something, and we will use these as background, you know, the scraps. So, okay, I'm going to put these in back in the drawer. All right, now, and then this one, I'm just going to trim the bottom of this card a little bit. Actually, maybe not quite so much. Let's see. Okay. So, now we are going to flip our card, and I'm going to grab a piece of glue book, or I might just pull the whole book out. It's easier to do it that way. And I'm going to grab my glue stick. Okay. And this is how I'm going to put this paper on here. I like this method personally. Your paper will curl a little bit, but once you decorate the tag and stuff, it'll be fine. Now I'm gonna grab my little tag making card, and where is my, shoot, well, I guess I'll just use a card to just kind of smooth out my lines a little bit there. Okay, and we'll set that off to the side and do another one. I'm going to try to hold this down as good as I can so I don't get the glue onto the other side of the paper. I have a tendency to do that. I did it on that first one. Okay, there. Okay. I got inspired by a Pinterest post I saw, but this whole part is all my idea. I'm not really sure how they got their picture onto the front of their paper. If they even put a picture, maybe the paper had it printed on there already. I'm not sure. For me, this was just a thought of how I wanted to get the picture onto the front. And hopefully, oops, there we go. Oh, I almost did the very thing I said I didn't want to do. All right. Okay. And last one. Yay. Okay. Oops. Oh my goodness, I pushed too hard. Aw, shoot. Okay, let me, darn it. Let me grab that piece. I got too aggressive, so there you go, guys. Learn from my mistake. Don't get so aggressive with it. I'm going to see if I can just tack some on top of there. See what happens. Let's see here. Okay. All right. It's not perfect, but I'm just going to kind of see. It'll be fine. It'll be fine because we're going to decorate on top anyway. So those are the kind of little mistakes that happen, and y'all have always told me that you like it when I make mistakes and don't stop and just keep going and show you how I fixed a mistake. I would have patched it better if I could have, but that's pretty good. And because, like I said, because it's the kind of paper it is, and it's not necessarily going to be a big deal in the long run. Let's see here real quick if I can, here it is, my little scratch pad. I just get these at, I think I got this one at Ace Hardware across the street from my old house, and for me, I like the look of the paper being kind of roughened off of there. See, as you buff it. And plus, it helps me not to cut the paper wrong with scissors, because I have a tendency to go too close and end up uneven, you know. Okay, I missed a spot right there, so I'm going to have to add some glue. Okay. This little guy's had a hard time. This card. Or tag. It's going to be a tag. Yeah, he's had kind of a rough time with me, huh? Okay. Sorry if that is a worrisome sound for you. I apologize. So there's that side, and then there's going to be the back. Oops, this was over the edge and I didn't know it. Let's go ahead and pull that off. There we go. Anyway, this is going to be the back half of the tag for them to write on, and we're going to decorate the front part. So I thought this was kind of a fun way to cover white paper with, you could also use a napkin, you know, and do this. You could just, that would work really well. I almost did, but I couldn't, when I paused it, I went and looked at my napkins and I just wasn't sure if I had any that I liked for this particular project because of the paper we're using on the back. So I think these kind of match better. Okay. And we are going, as I'm sure that my title implies, we're going to be making pockets, staggered pockets on this tag. With, oops, this paper, it's glue didn't quite get on some of my edges here. There we go. We're also going to be sewing around these edges, as you probably saw in the picture on the cover of the video, so it'll be held down well. So I'm not too worried if it lifts a little bit here and there. I'm not, you know, going to freak out about it, because it's definitely going to be sewed down once we, it'll be held down good once we sew it. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a good day and that you're going to have a good weekend. Got any plans? I don't have any plans for this weekend. Cordy is cutting down one of our trees tomorrow. We have an orange tree. We have two of them in the front, and one of them is dead. So it's just, he tried to bring it back. You know, he was a landscaper, and he tried to bring it back, but it just wasn't working. And so the other day, it was kind of funny. I had a conversation with our maintenance man here, and he had, I said hi to him and at the mailbox, and he started asking me questions about what we plan on doing about our orange tree, which was funny because he said, you know, you do have to water them. And I said, really? And no, I didn't. I said, yes, I know. And I said, you know, I couldn't resist. I said, you know, my husband's a professional landscaper. He's done everything he can for the tree right now. And he's like, oh, it's just like, wow. It was kind of a bit of a, not a snide remark, but just kind of made me go, okay, seriously. Yeah, I know we need to water the trees. I love that. I like the rice paper, is so much fun. And you can see the card behind it, the white, but at the same time, we're going to darken it, we're going to sew it, and we are going to build little staggered pockets on the front. And I'm thinking that, I'm wondering if, now this one's going to be a little bit harder. I don't want to cover her face, so I'm going to have to be careful when I do it. But I'm going to go ahead and do the corners for, I think I'll do a little bit bigger on these, the taller pockets. I mean tags, not pockets, tags. Okay. This makes it a lot easier. If you're newer to junk journaling, you can use any kind of card from a store or an old credit card, and you just cut different sized corners for whatever, like if I wanted to make it a really long and see, like cut like that, I could. And I just have different sized cuts on here, and it makes it a lot easier to get it even. It's just a little bit quicker for me. I like it this way. Okay. And then this one, let me use this a little bit shorter one. Okay, there we go. Now, so what I was thinking that I wanted to use, let me get a drink of water. I was wondering if we might be able to do a combination of what's on the back and make it a double pocket. And we're just going to try it. I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces because I'm going to make 2 pockets. Okay, so I'm going to tear them though. So we're not going to be, and we're going to try to go from like corner to corner. And I'm going to do one bigger, okay? And then I'm going to do one that's smaller. Like that. Okay? And of course, we are going to do a little bit of distressing. And I'm thinking, I think I will do the blue on this because it'll make that blue stand out. Yeah, like, you know me, I love this mariner blue Miss Lori gave me. She got me hooked on it, and I've just never, ever gotten past it. I love it so much. But I was going to tell you guys, I ordered a new walnut stain. Mine's just like dying so badly. Now, what I do think I'll do is take my vintage photo and kind of brush over this and make it look a little bit older before I, like, just to, you know, just to kind of darken the white a bit because I want it to look vintagey. And I'm going to do the same thing on the front of my pockets. I'm just going to darken that blue a little bit. Just want it to look a little bit older. You don't have to press real hard, just enough to dirty it up a bit. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. I'm just not crazy about the super bright white shining through. Okay. And let's do this one. For me, the older looking it is, the better. I just love that. Okay, so I'm gonna be gluing this little guy. And you know what? I'm gonna actually, not with that one. I'm gonna darken the inside of the pocket. Of course, you know me, I just can't stand it if the white is showing. Can't help it. You guys are used to me by now. Most of you know me by now and know that I'm going to do that. I'm just making sure which way I'm supposed to be here. Okay, so anyway, I don't bother doing the whole, oh, we got a blocked nozzle. I refilled my glue today and everything. Nope, gonna have to poke this. Gonna have to poke the bear here and get it going. Okay. I was even using my big Sugar Bell bottle today. I was playing and making some stuff and working on that, working on that folio that I mentioned that I did with Vanessa on our members only video. And that was a live video we did together, and we worked on that. I gotta grab a tri-wipe here. So I was working on that today, Vanessa, trying to catch up to you. She finished hers. Okay, and then we're going to put this on the front, but I am going to, what time is it? Okay. Do a little distressing around my edges. Now you can round your corners on this if you want, you know, little tag corners. It looks cute like that. But see, they have a nice, pretty writing space on the back because we used a print, but not a print that's overwhelming and they can't see anything on it, you know. So it just kind of makes it a nice little... I'm doing all this first because I'm going to sew it and stuff. I did get glue right there on that spot. That's a bummer. You could do some stamping on the back to make it look cuter even. Okay. This glue is, there we go. I have a string or something on that glue. It's dragging along. And then we're just going to put this on the edge. I'm leaving a tiny little bit, and I see that this is kind of hanging over. I'll just trim that little corner off. There we go. Okay, so there is one. And I'm not going to do any sewing yet. Let's do this one here, this little shorter one. I'm not real sure she's that. Okay. So we are going to have to do this one smaller. Let me see. Because I don't want to cover her pretty little face. So I'm going to tear this one. Oops. Let's see. Okay. I wonder if yep, that'll work. That'll do it. Now on this one, I'm going to use the walnut stain. You could use, I could use any color here. I could use, see, I'm having to spray this now because it's given out on me. So yeah, I have new walnut stain coming tomorrow. I'm so excited. When you add the water, it gets a little bit thick, but that's okay. I am gonna kind of, again, dirty up the white a little. Okay. So I am contemplating going back to work, you guys. I've been feeling better, and we really need a second car. And if I'm not working, then we can't really afford a second car. And so be praying with me about that, okay? All my friends, my prayer warriors, please just be praying that the Lord gives me direction. Because I'm not really sure, you know, if I go back to work, it's going to make it harder to do the videos, and it's going to change my life quite a bit. So we might be down to like once a week, Mass Mondays or something. And I don't even know. I haven't worked in almost 3 years. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I worked my whole life, pretty much, except for when I was younger and the kids were little. I stayed home with them for a few years. But I literally have worked my whole life, so to not be working has been a blessing and very strange. You know what I mean? If you're used to working and then you don't, it's, yeah. I like this one too. These are cute. I think they're fun, and I'm always looking for ways to kind of change up tags and journal cards. You know, I love to make tags and journal cards. I really do. They just, you need them for your journals, and it's just, they're fun to do. And so if you don't make journals, but you like to give out gifts, you know, and stuff, these are really cute to give in little tiny notebooks or whatever. Just, they're just fun, you know. They're such a people, you know, could even collect stuff like this, you know, little just handmade vintage memorabilia looking things that are cute, you know. I do want to run this over the back here a little bit. I really like this print, this paper. I think it's really cute. So there's her. She's adorbs. Okay. And then let's see which one now. Is this one? And where is my other piece? Ah. Okay. Now we could do a pretty big one on this. I'm going to cut one piece a little bit taller. And there we go. Okay. Oops, we want to, I don't really want that. I want the corners to be torn. You can have it squared off if you'd like. It depends. I'm going to trim this down just a hair so that it sits a little better on here. There we go. More like that. Okay. And this one, I think I'll go ahead and do the, no, Tara, don't use that one. I'm just going to go ahead and put this away because I don't want, I was thinking of what color I want to distress it with. And I was thinking I might grab my little case of, oh, Tara, honey. I dropped my water bottle. Here we go. I was thinking that maybe I might do like a green. I wonder, that peeled paint I think might look kind of, I wonder if that would look good on there. What do you guys think? Or should I use Rustic Wilderness? Let's try it on the piece we're not using and see how it looks. Sound good? This is Rustic Wilderness. Okay, I know I used the same pad. Maybe I should grab a different one. Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. This is more. And then this one is the paint, peeled paint. I'm not sure. I don't know why I was thinking that would look a little better than it does. But I guess maybe. I don't know. I think I like the Rustic Wilderness better. So we'll use that. Okay. And okay, let's just put this off to the side here. I just kind of wanted to make the green stand out. And I love using different colors. I especially, I haven't talked about all this stuff in a while, so just as a refresher from the things I like to do, I love to do color themed journals. So like the whole journal be one central color, like purple mahogany, burgundy, you know, pink, peach, whatever the journal is, like make that the predominant color whenever, or do the whole thing in vintage photo or the whole thing in walnut stain. I enjoy that conformity. I think it's pretty. And then we're going to do this little guy. And then I'm going to run some of the vintage photo, of course, over it. And I may go ahead and pretty up these corners a little bit on this too. I don't know yet. Maybe not, because we're going to sew it. So that'll be enough. Kind of took on more than I was able to chew today. 4 of these. I might not be able to get them all done. I was hoping I can get at least one completely finished and decorated and sewn, because I want you guys to see what my vision was when I started. Okay, now I'll put this up. Okay, so again, we're just gonna graze it over and vintage it out a little. Okay. Oops. All right. And the reason for anybody that's new to the channel, the reason I do that is because if somebody looks in their pocket, I just don't want it to look all bright white. That's all. I don't do the whole thing because, you know, usually nobody's going to be opening it all the way up and going, oh, there's white in here. But I don't know. It's just a thing I have. I've always had it since I first started. It's just my little... Okay. Now, this little guy. It's funny, this is not my favorite, but you never know. It's those ones that aren't my favorite that end up being my favorite. I don't know how that happens, but it happens to me quite often, so I don't want to speak out of turn, you know what I mean? So there's that one. And the last one, this little guy. This is so cute. This paper is so adorable. It is a little more pink but I tried to use the areas on the tissue paper that had the pink as well. And I'm thinking, I have my other one here, and I'm wondering if I have like any of my pinks that may be too bright. This one's maybe the only one. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and do the tear so I have a piece to fiddle with. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to try this one. Let's see. Okay, I think it might look okay with that side, but will it look okay with this? And that's the part I'm not sure of. Let's see. Actually, I don't think it's bad. I don't like this particular thingy I'm using. Let me grab a sponge. This looks like a good one here. Yeah, actually, I don't think... Come on now. That it's that bad. It's not... This is up right here. I'm glad we're sewing this. Let me see if I can squeeze this glue in there. Yep, there's a whole area. Oops, There's a whole area here. Look at it coming up. That's annoying. Okay. All right. Now it'll stay. Okay. Oh, and now it's all the way up here. Look at that. Oh, it's peeling. Oh my gosh, the tissue paper does not want to stay. Okay, good to know. I will have to mind that next time. I didn't want glue lines, is the reason I didn't use the regular glue. Now that won't happen with like the napkin or whatever. It'll stick, but this type of paper is a little bit more fiddly, as you can see. I know I'm going to sew it, but for it to be coming up all the way around is not good, so I'm just going to make sure it's tacked down there. Okay. All right. You can't really see too much. That's a few lines in it. Gotta be careful though, because it'll rip. Okay. All right. So, anyways, goodness sakes to Murgatroyd. There. Arguing around with me. All right. So we're going to use this on here because I think it does look okay with this. It's a little bit orangey, but I just wanted to give these all a little different look. Okay. Okay. And like the other, I'm going to, actually this is very orangey now that it's getting used. That's probably why it looks so good against this one and not this one as much. That's funny. Because on this one it's barely showing, and I think it's because this peach, you know, the peachy look is good for this. It'll be fine. Probably should have just went ahead and used like vintage photo on this one, but too late. I already did it, and I'm going to make it work. All it needs is a few more highlights with the same color in it, you know, to kind of feed into that, and it'll start to take shape and look good together. I think. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And we're going to darken it a little bit so it's not going to be such a bright pink. See, that helps when you kind of dingy it up a little bit. And like I said, if you like the brightness of the paper, then don't dingy it. No big deal. That's just my thing. There. Okay. And here we go. Get this on there. Our little pockets. Tore that one off a little bit. That one's a little bit over the edge, but it's not, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not bad. And I'm going to pause and sew around the edges real quick. And then we will go ahead and we'll decorate one. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All 4 are sewn. How much time do we have left? About 12 minutes or so. Oh wait, what does that say? I gotta stand up. Can't see the clock. Oh, there we go, about 15 minutes. Okay, so I did some straight stitch and some zigzag. I did straight stitch on this little gal, and then zigzag, and then straight again, and then I combined on this one and did some of both. So it's a little off, but that's okay. That's what makes it fun. I think I'm not a seamstress by trade at any way of saying it that I am is ridiculous. I'm not. So any way, shape, or form. That's the one, the phrase I was looking for. I am not a professional seamstress. I sew paper and I can sew, you know, ruffles and fun things for my journal, but I don't really make anything per se. So for me, that I love those little off stitches. I think they're fun on our work, even when they're a mess. Like Shanuki Art, I love her stitching when she goes all crazy with it. It's so much fun. I'm not good at that. I was getting better at it. I need to practice it again, but I love how she does that. So if you know who she is, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go look her up, Shanuki Art. She's on YouTube and on Instagram, and she's just awesome. I'm gonna hit this little corner here because it's coming up. And there we go. And so I think I'll just kind of tap my edges a little bit, because the white, you know, when you sew on the back, the paper goes through and the fibers of the paper show up white. So I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of tapping this here. I moved the wrong way and my machine missed the stitch on that one, and on right there and there. But like I said, it doesn't bother me. It used to bother me when I first started. It bothered me a lot, and then I realized it gave character to my work, and so I just realized, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Ain't no big thing, right? Okay. I was going to tell you guys, you know, some of you have been, you know, welcoming me back and commenting and making me feel so loved, and I wanted to say thank you for that, because it's really... it's kind of hard to go from not doing this to doing it again. I mentioned Tina the other day, and she talks about that, and it's true. It's hard to jump back on here, it seems like. Maybe not for everybody, but for me it is, and I was very grateful to have so many of my good friends say welcome back. We love you, we missed you, and we're glad you're here again. So I missed all of you as well. So I'm just doing some little tag holes on a couple of these, and I'm going to do a couple of slits on a couple of them instead of the holes. Okay. I love using this. It took me forever to get one. I would see Tina use it all the time, and I was so excited when I finally got one. Okay, this is going to cut. I might have to use this because this is going to cut into my stitching. I was wondering if that was going to be the case on any of them, and this one it did. So, oh well, we'll do circles. Okay, now let's see which one. I think I'm going to hold off on decorating that one because it's shorter, and you know, I just kind of want to see what. Let's look at what we've got, and let's see here. I'm biting on my lip. Sorry. I have really dry lips. It drives me nuts. So I was using, I made a few actually. I was going to do this with you guys, but I'll show them to you. I had already done that one I showed you, but just some random cards. I used some of the stuff that Vanessa gave me and just played with some papers, and then some on this one. I used some gloss varnish. If you like the little bit of a sheen on there, that's what that is. And I just did some collaging. This was a Tim Holtz card. And then this was just a piece of, sorry, I keep biting my lip. It's driving me nuts. This is just a piece of paper. And I used a bunch of the stuff that Vanessa gave me, the little see-through torn kind of clothy paper, and then I just took one of these and tore it down and decorated around it and made some little journal cards, and it was a lot of fun. It's, for me, that kind of crafting it's easy. I can listen to like music in the background or preaching, or I can listen to a show or YouTube, whatever it is, you know, and I don't have to focus so much on what I'm doing. It's more, it's very, very relaxing to me to do that. Oh, that matches so good. Look at these little babies. And it's just a really fun, I don't know if I want to tear that though. I don't know how would I want to do this? Well, I'm going to keep this piece over here for later. And let me see if I can kind of just give this a background here. This paper is really thin, so it's super easy to tear. And so you can be a little more precise with it. And also it is really just easy to lay it on top and kind of layer and collage with it because of how thin it is. And I enjoy that a lot. It's almost got a little bit of a, what do you call it, feel to it. I'll pull that out again here real quick. It almost has a little bit of a tissue paper feel to it. It's very porous. If you would write on it, it would suck up the ink really well. It's almost like a kid's construction paper, but a really thin version of that. That's a better description, I think. Okay. I just think that matches this so well that we're gonna put this on here. Okay. All right. That is adorable. It almost looks like it belongs on there, you know what I mean? Now, I am gonna pull this over and see if I have any little things in here to use. Goodness, what do we want to put? They're on the beach. So, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. Journey of a Lifetime. And I'm going to distress these words. Isn't childhood like the ultimate journey of a lifetime, you guys? Feels like it when you're there, right? Kids don't realize the journey they're on or where they're at in life until it's after they've passed it, but we know, right? So the carefree days of being a child for most of us. I know that some of us had rough childhoods, and I'm sorry, but I have some pretty, my family, we had a lot of good times too, so. Okay. I just kind of like that on the pocket there. I like to tear down my stuff and make little phrases, you know, out of it. I mean, like if I have a phrase like that, tear it down and layer it. Okay. Journey of a lifetime. Let me see if I have a good... Let's see. Let this green go. That's pretty. I do love my crinkled seam binding for stuff like this. Get in there. It's not the perfect green, but it's close enough in the family to to work. I probably should have put a little protector on there, but I didn't. But there's that one. Now, I of course like to roll these around and make them really crinkled. You know, I'm going to wet my fingers down because they're dry, and it helps if they're wet to grasp the cloth and get it to roll. And the more crinkly the better is what I think. Okay. What time is it? Okay. There. I'm going to trim the torn parts off. There. That still looks torn. I cut it. That's weird. Anyway, so there's that one. So aren't they cute? They're just kind of fun, right? And they're easy. I mean, there's a lot of steps to them, but they're the kind of project you could do and really kind of make a... I could probably stick this little stamp somewhere if I wanted to. Let's see here. Let me see if I will or not. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Or we could put it down here. Or down here. Now that would cover up, unless I tore a little bit more of it off. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like him down there, so I'm gonna tear just a teeny bit off the top because, you know, I like that torn edge. But I want to leave his face there, so you know you've got your stamp. You know it's a stamp, you know what I mean? And then you see the post up here, so that way it kind of makes it stand out a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. And it'll cover up my little faux pas on my stitching right there too, actually. If I can get him straight. There we go. Okay, yeah, and it kind of adds a little shot of color at the bottom there. So there's that one. What time is it? Let's go ahead and say goodbye for the day, I think. I will probably finish decorating these on my own and just have fun with them. This little girl, I'm probably just gonna like do maybe some cloth lace at the bottom or along the side, one of my little strips or something. I have these fun sticker strips. Where are they? It might look kind of cool on here. Little dollar store. It might be fun along the side here. Let's try this one. Let's see. Once I put this down, it's there. But it'll definitely tighten up this tag a little bit and make it a little stiffer. I just think this might look kind of cool right here. I hope. Okay. Maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. See, that is the fun because it's not done. So once I've added a bow here and a boot there and, you know, maybe put some rusty colored ribbon on here, that would be fun. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, right here. I think this one might work. Look at that. That's pretty. Or do I have a darker one? It's possible. This, oh yeah, there you go. That's a little more, I like that one. It kind of flows with what's in this picture. So, cute. And then I'll add, like I said, a bow or a boot, a shoe, something to make it look girly and Frenchy, and, you know, it'll be fun. I could even put a, okay, that one's tight. It's this one. There we go. I could even put like a cute little, I just put a little drop of glue inside of these so they stay. Anyway, I was going to say I could put like a phrase right here, you know, whatever I feel like. I have my Tim Holtz phrases. Ooh. How about, it doesn't ever happen to me like that. Okay, we have, she was to remember these fond memories, or she was to remember thoughts of the past. I never look in here and go, oh, there's one right there. That never ever happens. That was fun. I like when that happens. So I'm just darkening my words a little bit here. And I was thinking that I would put, she was, I'm still going to put some words or something. I mean, some little trinkets on here too, but I was going to say goodbye and then I started playing again, didn't I? She was to remember. Always got to put a little glue on these. They never stick right. Unless I'm using them in like an art journal, then I'm going to end up probably covering them anyway. She was to remember. Now, do I want to put, there we go, it's a little straighter. Thoughts, I like thoughts of the past. And I'm thinking I might put it across there, like that. Or do I want to put thoughts of the past, like that? Well, you know what? I think I will, because I think I like that better. And that little thing is just going to be like a frame to give it some pizzazz. Thoughts. Oops. Okay. Thoughts. Oh, I love words. I do. Don't you? Just love words on your, I think it's so cool. I don't know why. I just love relaying a message of some sort, you know? Okay. And that's going to go right next to her. There. There. I like that. I guess since I started it, I might as well finish her off here. Let's see. What I was thinking was to do like one of these little boots or shoes or something on here. You know, and do I have any more rustic colored ones? Let's see. That one actually looks I like that one better, I think. I do have this rustier that goes, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you, Miss Tina, for the boots and the shoes. Always. I am going to darken the edges a touch. I just love doing these little projects like this. They just relax me so much. And then I'm going to probably put, I might put it like that. And then, let's see. I was thinking a bow, but I want to make sure it's the right color. And all these are kind of off a little bit. Maybe a you know what? I have these. I wonder if these would work. Oh, wait, here's a bow. No, that's got polka dots on it. I don't think it'll be right for this. But what I was thinking was this little tiny girl, woman, maybe if we kind of distress her and make her darker, she'll look like an old portrait. There. All right. Yeah, I know this doesn't really go, but I don't care. It's okay. It's going to be fine. It's just a cute little edging. And I like the color scheme with this, so. Cool. So there we go, you guys. There's two of them. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you give these a try. And if you do, let me know. And if you want to, post them on our Facebook group. Our Facebook group really took a hit when I was gone. It's never really taken off to the extent that I wanted it to be honest. And when I was gone, it just kind of went dead. And you all stayed on there like troopers, and bless you for that. But yeah, invite your friends to our Facebook group. If you're a member, send invites to them and let them know about it. And let's all start participating. I would love that. I've been seeing people post here and there, and I'm so thankful and happy that you're doing that. And so yeah, if you are a member, let's get the word out and make our Facebook grow. All right? And all it takes is you guys posting and commenting and just participating with each other. I encourage that. Our friend Mags, who passed away recently, she would always write me messages talking about, you know, making the Facebook group grow. That was like her, she really wanted to see that happen. And I agree with her. I really want to see it happen too. So if you are a member, let's get the word out, okay? And then please, if you received any value from this, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please feel welcome to do so. That would be awesome. Our channel has grown, praise God. While I was gone, our channel actually grew, which was a blessing. But yeah, I would love for you to subscribe and become a part of the Terra State family. I love you guys. God bless you. And I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.